Welcome to the presentation of Team Apple. We have completed a strategic assessment of the Apple Company. Our group consisted of Frederick Beal, Goncalo de Oliveira, Sonia Estrella, Lindsay Foster, Yazan Kadura, Lucia Rebello, and Muhammad Torre. This presentation covers the mission statements and goals of the company, external analysis, internal analysis, competitive advantage, business strategy, global strategy, and social responsibility. We will start with the mission statement and goals. The current mission statement that is published for Apple states, Apple designs Macs, the best personal computers in the world, along with OS X, iLife, iWork, and professional software. Apple leads the digital music revolution with its iPods and iTunes online store. Apple reinvented the mobile phone with its revolutionary iPhone and App Store, and has recently introduced its magical iPad, which is defining the future of mobile media and computing devices. Apple's mission statement covers what the company does and what it plans to do. The company sees its products not as a tool for advancement, but the purpose of the company's success. Goals found on Apple's website mentions a company-wide goal. It says, "Our goal in a nutshell is to obtain stellar products and service within tight timeframes at a cost that represents the best possible value to our customers and shareholders." If that sounds like a daunting task, it's the same one we assign ourselves. It was found that there are very strict requirements to become and continue to be a supplier for the company. Apple is also constantly looking to expand their suppliers to better serve their growing customer base. Apple's high performance is linked to the company's effectiveness in addressing external factors in its remote or macro environment. The PESTLE analysis that was performed identifies the most significant external factors that Apple must include in addressing its remote or macro environment. This PESTLE analysis shows that the company must continue evolving to keep its leadership position. For political factors, Apple is one of a number of American technology companies that has accumulated a large amount of profits. It had $34.7 billion in the bank on June 30th, 2015. This is generating calls for a higher corporate taxation in the United States, where income inequality has become a major political issue. For economical factors, increased labor costs in China could take away the cost advantage of some Apple products. A strong U.S. dollar could increase exchange rates, making it more expensive for Apple to do business in key markets like Europe and China. For social factors, the biggest growth in consumer spending in coming decades will be in areas of the world such as Africa, where people are unfamiliar with Apple products. There is a backlash against expensive and stylish products among customers in the United States and Europe. For technology factors, competitors such as Google and Samsung have demonstrated a strong ability to duplicate Apple's products and services. The growing capability of cybercriminals makes Apple's systems less secure and reduces one of Apple's strongest competitive advantages, Apple's reputation for high levels of security and safety. For environmental factors, the expense of disposing devices, particularly those containing lithium batteries, are not cost efficient. Apple could be forced to assume that expense because of concerns about such devices in landfills. Pollution and other side effects from manufacturing facilities in China are a growing concern. For legal factors, Apple has recently entered a high-regulated financial service sector via Apple Pay. This could increase the level of regulation and government oversight Apple is already facing. Next, we have the 5 forces model. The first force, bargaining power of suppliers, is a weak force within the marketplace for Apple's products. There are a large number of potential suppliers that Apple is free to choose from for component parts for its products. Apple has the strength in their position of negotiating with their suppliers, as Apple is a major customer for most of its part suppliers. The next force, bargaining power of buyers. The element of low exchange costs strengthens the bargaining power of buyers can be a major consideration for Apple. There are essentially 2 points of further analysis within this force, the individual bargaining power of buyers and their collective bargaining power. The third force, threat of new entrants. The introduction of a new entrant to the marketplace that poses as a serious threat to Apple's market share is relatively low. This is primarily due to two factors: the extreme high cost of establishing a company within the industry and the additional high cost of establishing new brand recognition. The fourth cost, threat of substitute products. In the case of Apple, an example of a substitute product for an iPhone is a landline telephone. This market force is relatively low for Apple due to the fact that most potential substitute products have limited capabilities compared to Apple's products. The last force, competitive rivalry. The level of competition among major companies that compete directly with Apple in the technology sector is high. Apple is in direct competition with companies such as Google, HP, Samsung, and Amazon. All of these companies expend significant capital on R&D and marketing, just like Apple. Apple's distinctive competencies encompass innovation, marketing, quality, strong customer service, simplicity, and a strong financial performance. A SWOT analysis was performed on Apple. One of Apple's strengths are its marketing and advertising capabilities. One of Apple's weaknesses is that its premium pricing is one of the highest in the market. In 2016, Apple has many opportunities to enable them to continue their growth. One of Apple's continuous threats are hackers. Apple keeps tight security and privacy on all of their products, and one of many reasons people make the switch from another company. Some reasons for Apple's successes can be narrowed down to their products and features. Apple focuses only on a few products as opposed to offering a variety of products. Apple offers the iPad, iPhone, iPod, iWatch, and Macs. By having fewer items, it prompts them to concentrate on the quality of their products. Apple has been a leader in innovation for a long time. Although they are not the first to introduce the product, but oftentimes they are the first to lower both price and mass production of their product. Highly skilled employees and experienced personnel in the technology industry are the major drivers of company growth. Apple's principal focus remains on competitive factors which include price, product features, product quality and reliability, relative price and performance, design innovation, marketing and distribution capabilities, strong third-party software and accessories, ecosystem, service, support, and the brand reputation. Apple's generic strategy and successful growth strategies directly relate to the company's strategies in pricing, marketing, and other areas of the business. Steve Jobs was quoted saying, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." With a high rate of innovation and emphasis on excellence in product design, Apple succeeds even with its high selling prices. Apple's generic strategy is broad differentiation. This generic strategy focuses on key features that separate the company and its products from competitors. Through the broad differentiation generic strategy, Apple stands out in the market. The broad differentiation generic strategy means that Apple always aims to set itself apart from competitors, not by price, but by other key features beneficial to customers. These key features include seamless connectivity amongst devices and their cutting-edge designs. Even though this generic strategy makes Apple stand out, the company still reaches various segments of the market. The broad differentiation generic strategy has important implications on Apple's strategic objectives. Global strategy is a phrase that typically covers four areas: international, multinational, global, and transnational. Importantly, these four areas refer to the strategies that are designed to allow organizations to achieve its objective of international expansion. Apple is considered to use a global strategy for its business. As a result of Apple's expansion, the company has reached its highest wealth and success by allowing their products and services to spread worldwide. This allows Apple to reach its goals in sales along with keeping competition with other companies in that region. Regardless of the region, the iPhone has had the same shape and design. Apple became globally successful because they understood the cultural differences. The last topic covered is social responsibility. Apple stands for innovation in its technology, design, and product experience. Like its peers and competitors in the consumer electronics industry, it faces tough issues that involve labor and human rights in their relationship with suppliers. Some industries manage massive workforces in countries such as China. Apple has been a leader in the supplier responsibility race. Apple as an industry has learned that it is difficult, if not impossible, to achieve the same level of perfection on these issues as it does in its products. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching.